Tammy has a question. Jen, have you ever had a client after a few sessions have to cancel the rest of her session due to maybe deciding not to continue? Do you refund and how do you handle that? Thank you. Okay, so Tammy, here's the question. Your question is, do I give refunds for deciding not to continue? The thing that we need to answer here is this. I have a contract that these people sign with me in advance, and so they understand that in advance. They understand before they sign the contract and before they book their sessions or book their package with me that I do not offer refunds for their packages unless there is like a major problem. And if there is a major problem, I give a process in my contract for how to deal with that problem. So I have never had somebody who asked for a refund just because they decided not to continue. I mean, as you put it, like I make it clear, I will reschedule their sessions if they have any kind of issues as far as being able to maybe not go as fast as they thought they wanted to, or maybe like whatever the case may be, like they flake out or they want to keep putting it off. I'll reschedule with them until death do us part, but I do not give a refund just because they don't want to continue to do it. So here's the thing: is so when they buy that package of their sessions, they're actually making a commitment with me and making a commitment to themselves that they're actually going to like get this thing done. So that's very important, and that's like a part of the whole reason why I do the package pricing, is so that they are making that commitment in advance and not just telling me, hey, I'd really like to do this, I really want to work with you, and I'm so excited about it, but then like they don't follow through, you don't get your money. Like it's kind of like the package pricing solves so many problems because psychologically they're able to like just make that commitment all at once with you. And generally, I mean, honestly, the answer to your question is no, I've never had a client cancel her package like that has not happened, and I make it clear in my contract that I don't accept a refund for that. So they always finish their package and then they can decide whether or not obviously they want to re-sign and continue. Okay, so we're going to keep going with the questions. Jane Dolly, her question for me tonight is, hi Jen, what are the terms of your haul away service? Do you ever do more than one carload? And do you have weight limitations, i.e. to avoid moving large furniture? Do you actually take their trash away, or do you just put it in their garbage? And then the last part of her question is, thank you. Also to you or other ladies, do you use Craigslist? And Jane, I'm not sure if you mean about Craigslist, do you mean about like selling things for your clients, or selling your services? Okay, trying to read the comments from you guys and make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so for Jane's question, Jane, I offer, and this, okay, I really advocate you guys doing what works best for you, because if for example you have a very small car, like I now own a Prius, but for the majority of the time that I have been a professional organizer, I had a big Ford Explorer, so I was able to put a ton of stuff in the back of my Explorer at any and all times. I now have access, like if I really needed it, or I knew that it was going to be coming up for a job, like I personally have access to a truck that I could borrow anytime. And so I am comfortable in terms of like what I offer with my service is that I will take pretty much anything that they have, like that we are taking away from that session, to Goodwill or whatever. Like, I mean, I'm pretty confident I can fit like as many bags of stuff that we can fit in one, like that we can get rid of in one session, that we'll be able to take away to Goodwill or haul away to Goodwill for us. Now, if it really ended up being a ton more than that, then I would have a pickup service for Habitat for Humanity or whatever, like your local charity service might be, that offers a pickup like for furniture or like old refrigerators, like that kind of thing. Then I would tell my client, like, I will call and make the appointment for you, like for the people to come and pick all this stuff up. So I will make sure that I take care of it for them, but like I'm not necessarily on the hook for, you know, taking away couches, because that's a little, I would say that's above and beyond like what I do. But like if it's something that she and I can carry out to like my SUV together and stick in the back of my car, then I will take that. I will take that for her, and if it all fits. Okay, Jane says, I didn't think of selling the items, just for advertising. Okay, great. Okay, so the second part of Jane's question was, yes, about advertising. Okay, so the funny thing is, Jane, is that oh, this is so good. I'll have to find this and post this like in the follow-up for this video. But I have never advertised on Craigslist, but I have a student. She posted some advertising on Craigslist, which is not something that I recommended, but something that she did, and she got her first client through that and was like making, I think she said she made like over $3,000 on her first job with them. So I, like all things, really really recommend, like, obviously utilizing like as much safety as possible in all situations, like making sure that you are talking on the phone with these people, verifying who they are before you ever go to their house, because there is something about Craigslist that is a little more shady than other free advertising methods. Like obviously you can post on Find My Organizer for free, so definitely do that. Craigslist could be another way to get some leads. Is not something that I have ever done, but I'm just telling you, I have a testimonial from a student who did that and had good results. So that's pretty cool. So it could be something that you think about, although I have a lot of other things that I think you should do first that are still also very cost effective. Yiling says Craigslist is very scary. Yeah, I can understand that. Tammy says meet in public, never go alone. Google them. Okay, great. Okay, Rose says I was at a job last week and couldn't fit one large/long item in my car. I apologized and my client understood. Yeah, so it's kind of you know, I've done things like, if I can't take away everything in one carload after a session, I mean, you know, your client, I mean, obviously, like those things have probably sat in her house for a long time, and like one more week until you come back, like for the next session, for you to take the rest of it is probably not going to kill her. So just, yeah, just kind of, you know, offer that you were going to take it, that you're going to take it away as part of your service, but also, you know, make it flexible and hopefully, you know, it's something that is still able for you to follow through on. And like, don't be afraid at all to say, like, you know, there is a free service that will come and pick up like your stuff that like will not fit here. So, and I've also even used like the Goodwill pickup service for just like a regular like bags of donations, but there were just so many that they were willing to come and get it. So use that if you can. All right, so next question. In Jane's question, she says, do you actually take their trash away or just put it in their garbage? Occasionally I have taken trash. Other times, like if they have garbage service where you can just, like your client says, oh, we just should stick this on the street or whatever, then we just do that. So just ask them like what works for them. Okay, Jane says, I searched for other postings in Craigslist. I found a guy who wanted a professional organizer who'd be willing to be eye candy. Oh my God. Yes. So that right there is exactly why I would probably not do Craigslist. I think that speaks for itself.